Welcome back, guys. Free Guy, also known as the MMO starring Ryan Reynolds. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen the advertisement for this movie for quite a few months now, but the idea is pretty simple but pretty awesome at the same time. So Ryan Reynolds plays an NPC, or non-playable character, inside of an MMO computer game, and becomes more self-aware as he sees that he's in a video game, and he starts seeing all the different features and logic that he can take advantage of and go exploring and discover the world around him. And this allows for a lot of humor, as well as a lot of references throughout the film as well. I mean, for example, we have a lot of video game references, including a Mega Man Buster arm, and we also have some guest appearances too, including real-life streamers like Jacksepticeye. So that's the basic setup for the movie, and by itself, it's already plenty entertaining. But that's not enough to fill out a 2-hour time length, so of course they have to write in a subplot to parallel this one as well. And so we're introduced to our other main characters, Millie and Keys, played by Jodie Comer and Joe Keery, respectively. They're successful coders that helped develop the AI software that created Ryan Reynolds' character, who's referred to as the Blue Shirt Guy. But their work was stolen by a corporate sellout named Antoine, played deliciously by Taika Waititi, who plays the pretentious douchebag archetype to excellent fashion. In fact, besides Ryan Reynolds, Taika Waititi is probably the most entertaining thing in this film. He's so over the top with his mannerisms and his sort of ostentatious ways that it's just fun to watch his character as well. So we go back and forth between the virtual world and the real world, where Millie actually goes back and forth with her avatar and actually interacts with Blue Shirt Guy, not realizing that he's a rogue NPC at first, and actually kind of forms a kind of relationship with him. But her true motive is that she's trying to go into the game to find evidence to prove that Antoine stole their work. So, on first glance, you'd probably think, oh, this sounds like a really fun time. This is a really cute idea. And that's the thing. I think it's a really cute idea that would have made for an excellent short. I mean, really, the trailer kind of gives you the most entertaining parts of the movie. And I think that's the problem with this being like a 2-hour length movie is I feel like they had to come up with more plot lines in order to, kind of get at that structure. In fact, I think that's the one disappointing thing about this movie is it's very predictable with its formulaic structure. I mean, we have that sort of like, through a character's eyes, we discover the world around us, we learn through the character, and then we have discoveries, we have twists and turns, and then we have realizations that lead to our characters being hopeless for a bit, and then they come back together for the resolution at the end, going up against a sort of 2D villain at the end. Yeah, so the film is kind of predictable in its formula and its structure, and I think the reason that I find that disappointing is because it's a very young and new age where this is about MMO gaming and streaming. It's a very young person thing. So the subject material is something that's brand new, and I feel like when it comes to the structure of the film and the storytelling, I feel like that also has to be brand new. I mean, not necessarily being avant-garde or anything, but just to kind of stir up the pot a little bit and give us maybe a slightly unorthodox story. But when the drama enters the story, I think it's going to appeal to a lot of demographics in the audience, mostly because there is a love story that develops through these relationships, and not in the way that you think. And so I think that's what I was looking for, is that this film was a lot of fun, and the idea was a lot of fun, but this could have been a short or a YouTube video. I mean, kind of consider the social norm. A lot of people are on the internet nowadays, watching YouTube videos, Twitch, whatever platforms, and things are a lot quicker paced, snappier. And I'm not saying to shoot this film like a YouTube video or to even edit like it. I think that would suck. But, take influence, and maybe have a similar kind of pacing. Something that's a little quicker, that's a little snappier, but the way it is, I feel like it's a little too basic and too old-fashioned. So I hope I kind of convey that idea enough. Because for the most part, as much as I enjoyed the movie, I feel like it would not have worked nearly as well without Ryan Reynolds. His charisma and his sort of good guy persona really brings the film together with a lot of charm and humor. And I really can't see the film working otherwise without him. There are other good points of the movie too. It gets a little philosophical on us when it poses the question, if everything around us is fake or we don't exist, what's the point of anything? And it's Blue Shirt Guy's friend, Buddy, played by Little Rel Howery, who actually gives us a really good answer to that kind of question. So Sean Levy directed this movie, and based on his previous work and even the previous work of the screenwriters, they come from a long line of doing a lot of comedies with varying results of quality, and I feel like that work shows a lot in this picture as well. Not necessarily always on top of their game, but sometimes it's brilliant. So this film is worth watching at least once, but it's not the kind of movie that you probably pop in multiple times. That's why Free Guy gets my score of 3.5 stars. Guys, thanks as always for watching, and have you seen Free Guy? Or if not, what's your favorite Ryan Reynolds movie? Comment below, let me know, and stay tuned right here if you all want to see more.